Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Art of Creation Homestead. My name is Jason. We're in the kitchen today. It's getting warm and hot outside. Memorial Day is coming up this weekend, and cookout season, barbecue season, whatever you want to call it, grilling out season. It'd be a really nice, refreshing idea to have some good, fresh lemonade. Angela Kay has gotten into making Turkish lemonade, so here she is going to give you her recipe for Turkish lemonade, okay?
Now, Turkish lemonade is a totally different animal. Takes a little longer to make, but it's worth it.
Well worth it. Yep.
You want to start out with 6 lemons. You want preferably organic because you are using the zest and every part of this lemon is going in it at some point. So you preferably want organic that does not have chemicals on the skins. So if it's at all possible, get organic. So you want to zest all 6 of the lemons. Don't go down too deep into the white or it will get bitter. Just take off the yellow. And I am using a microplane. You can use the zesting side of a box grater, but I find that a microplane works much better and that I can do it much quicker because I can do it over the bowl or the pitcher or whatever you're choosing to do it in. This step right here, I know it's a little more than American lemonade, but this step is what makes this so incredible. And until you've had Turkish lemonade, you don't understand.
It is
just how amazing it is.
It is quite good.
It is the best lemonade you've ever tasted.
Absolutely.
I've heard a lot of people say that they wonder if Chick-fil-A actually makes Turkish lemonade because it tastes similar to Chick-fil-A, but better. Now, some points of this, you may start to question my sanity about how it's made.
I question your sanity anyway.
But you will see the results when you taste it.
Yeah.
It does seem like an odd process, but it's worth every minute of what you have to do this.
You see, and she's already zested 5, so
Yes.
this is the last one.
And these are large lemons. You may not be able to find ones this large, but these are rather large lemons.
Big lemons.
So I've gotten that much zest out of 6 lemons. Now, this is a very important part. You have to remember, you are making a gallon of lemonade here. So don't freak out over the amount of sugar I'm telling you. You can go less. I wouldn't recommend it. Otherwise, it may be a little too tart because how this is made. You think this is going to be too sweet. It's not.
It really isn't.
You want to do 2 cups of sugar. And you want to add that into your zest. And here's the very important step. You massage the zest into the sugar until the sugar starts to turn yellow, because it brings out all the oils in all that zest. The sugar works as an abrasive and brings out all of those oils that are in the zest. And so you can see it's already turning yellow. You also get a very pretty color to this lemonade.
It's hard to tell right now because of the tone of the camera, but I see it too.
Your lemonade is a very yellow lemonade.
Yeah.
Very pure yellow, a very pure lemon flavor. Trust me, once you've had Turkish lemonade, you'll never go back to making it regular again.
It's so good.
You'll never go back to making it regular again.
It's worth the extra steps.
And it's so refreshing.
Yep.
It's way more refreshing than regular lemonade. Because if you know anything about Turkey, it gets extremely hot there. So they rely on, they don't have a whole lot of air conditioning there. So they rely a lot on things like ice cold lemonade to cool them off.
Yep.
And look, I hope you can see how yellow that is.
You can.
And it's oily now.
Yep.
The sugar feels oily. Now, you want to take this, drop it into a pitcher or a bowl. I have done a bowl before. Drop it all into a pitcher or a bowl. Make sure you get all of it. The sugar and the lemon zest. Make sure you get all of that. Drop it all in there. Now we're going to start juicing the lemons. to get the most juice possible out of them, you want to roll them on the counter. That's a little harder to roll them when they've got the zest off of them because they want to slide around everywhere. But if you give them a good little roll like that, you'll get more juice out of them.
Now, it's preferred you don't refrigerate them, right, if you can help it?
Yeah, I had to refrigerate these, but it's preferred that you don't have to, that you don't do it. Now, you want to squeeze them right into your pitcher. Don't worry about seeds.
Ain't gonna matter.
Ain't gonna matter, because this is where you're gonna start questioning my sanity anyways. Unless you know about Turkish lemonade. Now you want to get as much as you can out, but don't worry about squeezing. Drop the whole thing in.
Do that for all 6 lemons?
You do that for all 6 lemons. Squeeze them until you can't get juice out of them anymore. Don't worry about the seeds. And then throw it in. Now I know this looks pretty strange. I have not lost my sanity. You do this because it steeps. And you get the most lemon flavor you can possibly get. Instead of just squeezing lemon juice and throwing it in, you get all the flavor of all the lemon when you steep it like this. And no, you don't leave this in. You strain it out after it steeps.
How about the wooden spoon? Do they do that?
No. Oh. And see, you stir it up now and see, look down the bottom and how yellow that is. Now, to this, you will add 8 cups of cold, preferably filtered water.
Yep.
You want the most pure water that you can possibly get into this. And you want it to be cold water. It's 8 cups or 2 liters. So now I've got 8 cups, which is 2 liters of cold filtered water in. And now we're going to stir it up really good. You want to get all the way to the bottom to make sure you get that sugar up. And the sugar won't fully dissolve right now, but it will dissolve in the steeping process.
Yeah.
But you want to make sure that you get it mixed in well. Now you are going to put a lid on this, or if you're doing it in a bowl, put plastic wrap on it. And you are going to let this steep in the refrigerator for 4 hours. And then I'll show you what we do next. Okay, this is now ready for straining. It's been 4 hours. You want to give it a really good stir. At this point, you will notice the sugar is very dissolved.
Yeah.
During the steeping process, it is dissolved, but you want to give it a good stir. And you're ready to start straining it. What I do is I strain it into another pitcher. I have a fine,
magic trick! Look at that!
I have a fine mesh sieve under there. And you can either use cheesecloth, or I like to use a flour sack towel. Start out by pulling out the lemons and squeezing out the water and the rest of the lemon juice out of them into it. And then I'll get rid of those lemons. And see, your lemons are just tearing up at this point, because basically you've extracted everything out of the lemons that you can possibly get out of them. So you get every ounce of lemon flavor that you can possibly get. Now, I'll just start pouring it in slowly. You'll have to work it through a little bit with a spoon, because the pulp and the seeds and everything start to clog it up. So you'll have to start working it through a little bit with a spoon. And at times you may even have to pick up your cheesecloth or your towel and kind of squeeze it a little to make more come through, because the pulp will kind of clog things up.
Do you need to stir that bottom up a little bit with everything?
I constantly keep stirring it.
Okay, so keep
I'll do a pour and then I'll stir.
I got you. Makes sense.
And I'm going to keep straining this, and then I'll show you what you do next. Part of the reason I like to use a flour sack towel rather than cheesecloth is I can gather that towel up and I can squeeze it and make it all come through and get just dry pulp that way.
Yeah.
See, this is just dry pulp and zest and seeds.
Yeah.
The reason that lemonade is done this way in Turkey, they waste nothing, ever. So this is a way of extracting everything you can get out of the lemons to make the lemonade. And as a result, you get a much better flavor.
Right.
Now, we are going to take this out. And you've got this beautiful lemonade here. But it's very strong at this point.
Yeah.
You need to water it down more. At this point, it's up to you how strong you like your lemonade. If you like it more tart, add less water. If you like it more watered down, add more water. Basically, the best thing to do, add a little bit and taste it. You can add anywhere from 4 more cups to 8 more cups, which is 1 more liter to 2 more liters of water. But you want cold, filtered water.
Here's this beautiful lemonade right there. Look, that's awesome. Nice color to it. Really, really stinking good. Nice. It's not, I mean, for 2 cups of sugar, I think it's super sweet. It's not. It's nice and tart and just refreshing. And it's going to go great. I'm going to go out there and cook some hamburgers and hot dogs here in a little bit. And that's going to go really nice with it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. My name is Jason. That's Angela K. Art of Creation Homestead. We love y'all. God bless you and goodbye.